So, welcome to Financial Confidence and Your Secure Financial Future. I want to begin by sharing a personal story. When I hear stories or I witness them regarding my kids playing sports, I always bring it back to how it impacts my community, which is primarily women and their partners and their relationship with money. So, we're heading to LA today for a volleyball tournament that our son's playing in. And these are D1 schools. So if you know anything about sports, I mean, it's the highest level of athletes. Many of the players are like grown men. I mean, they're like huge. And our son started playing last year as a freshman. And so a lot comes with that, right? Relating to confidence. He goes to all the practices and he does great, but he doesn't go to all of the tournaments. He's their starting right scorer. So it's a critical position. So the captain asked him if he would come to this LA tournament. As we were talking through it, I said, well, what's the reluctance, which I already kind of knew, but obviously when it comes to your kids, you want them to come to the conclusion. He shared that he's just not really good enough. And I'm like, oh, how's that? He then went on to share his story. So his story is that he's the only player that hasn't played club volleyball. He's only had 4 years of high school with a not so great team. He did go with one club team to nationals his senior year, but other than that, he really doesn't have the experience. And so he's played this story so many times in his mind, it's now a hardwired neural pathway. It's like so many, they have these stories, they lack the confidence, and they start telling themselves, I'm not good with numbers. I'm not good with money. That's not my job. It's my partner's job. The problem is we continue repeating those stories. Nothing good comes from it. So before I finish this story, I want you to get a notepad and write down things that are within your control. Learning more about your finances, understanding your spending plan, reviewing your financial plan, making sure you have adequate insurance, ensuring that your retirement plan is what it needs to be to support you for the rest of your life when you retire or if you are retired. Updating your estate plan. I just want you to think about that for 1 minute because a lot of times we get so concerned or so nervous or we lack the confidence that we're so focused in on what I don't know, what I can't do, that we forget that there are things we can control. And then if you need support, get it. I mean, that's the power of it. I'm going to share a little insight on what I did last year regarding the same story and how he came back and literally dominated game after game after game, and we came in second place, but not before we had to, again, go through the training as far as gaining the confidence. I just wanted to give you some insight on thinking about confidence. And I'm sure some of you are thinking, oh, that's so silly. I mean, he's 6'6", he's a giant. Why isn't he confident? But I could say the same thing about some people in money, right? So what I want you to get is that before you have the confidence you can do it, I want you to know that I have the confidence in you that you can do it. This is not rocket science, and it just feels like it because that's part of the script that many of us have been taught and the story we keep telling ourselves. And by changing that, we can change the entire trajectory of our life as well as creating a secure financial future and retirement we love. So we're playing this game that he sat out. What would happen if you just went out and didn't worry about winning or losing and just said, I'm doing my absolute best? He's like, yeah, that would probably work. Well, make a long story short, he plays unbelievable. In fact, we won every single game, ended up losing in the championship match in our brackets. We got second place. That's what happens when we let go of the need to be perfect, or we just say, all I'm doing is my best. I'm not going to probably be the best at something, but I can do my best and I can do the things I need to do to control my future. And I hope you get that. If we don't have confidence, we can do it, or we have ingrained a belief that's so strong in our subconscious mind, now it's a reality. And that's why we say things like, I don't do money. I'm bad with numbers. And it takes time for us to unprogram and to rewire in what we need to do so that we can achieve our goal. And today, that's why we're talking about financial confidence, because it is absolutely critical. And it's something I see that's missing. So let's dive in. Hi, my name is Annette Ba'u, your host of the Wealth Inside and Out podcast. I'm a certified financial planner and founder of the Millionaire Insider. For over 30 years, I have been advising and researching the top 1% of millionaires, and I am passionately obsessed with money, mindset, and the intersection of self-worth and net worth, and how the two connect and allow us to live fulfilled and wealthy lives on our terms. I'm a Midwestern girl who had a dream, began investing $25 a month 35 years ago, and today have a multi-million-dollar net worth. I teach the tried and true that only someone with over 3 decades of experience advising millionaires would know. This podcast is different, about much more than money. We talk about mindset, success, money blocks, worth barometer, and all aspects of money and topics from practical manifestation, along with real-world how-to and everything in between, with the goal of making your journey easier and more fun. Think of this as coffee, actually matcha tea, learning real-world common sense money and life advice from a BFF that you can start applying today. If you want to create a financially free life you love, you are in the right place, my friend. This is the Wealth Inside and Out podcast. Confidence in any area plays a role. And when it comes to money decisions, especially making good ones, financial confidence is the key. A study by NerdWallet in 2023 revealed that 3/4 of Americans lack confidence in their personal finances. A lot of people share that their challenge and their worry has a lot to do with the economy. Now, it's interesting that a lot of men have too much confidence, which can cause other problems. But for women especially, many women lack the confidence. So today we're going to dive into what financial confidence is, how you can increase yours, as well as challenges that may happen when you lack it, and along with 12 steps to increase your financial confidence. I didn't want to put that in the title because I didn't want to overwhelm you. I kept coming up with some different ideas, and they're simple, they're easy, there's something anyone can implement. Let's dive in. Now, if you need help on the best next step you need to take to secure your financial future, please go to themillionaireinsider.com/NSF. And that's not a non-sufficient funds notice. It's to ensure you won't get one in the future. It's basically an assessment to help you determine what is the next best step you need to take on your financial journey. Again, you can go to themillionaireinsider.com/NSF. So our free guide today is our financial freedom guide. And it's a really important one when it comes to what we're talking about today, because it dives into 3 critical components of your financial freedom formula, one being your foundation, which is where your confidence lies. This resource provides you critical insight to help you secure a financial future and retirement you love. And even if retirement is far out for you, you can't start planning for it too soon. One of the things that I often see happens with people is they either don't know what to do, or what they're doing is not going to provide the results they need, meaning the money, the mindset, combination of both. This resource will show you how. So again, themillionaireinsider.com/FFG. This guide provides a step-by-step process so that you can get clear on what you want and create a plan to achieve it. So I encourage you to access it. You're going to love it. All materials and intellectual property are copywritten by themillionaireseries.com. This information is not intended to replace any advisor or specialist or to provide you any investment, financial, tax, retirement, planning, or healthcare advice. All participants agree to hold millionaireseries.com and its affiliates harmless for results achieved or not achieved. For today's show notes, you can go to themillionaireininsider.com/45. Merriam-Webster's definition of confidence is a feeling or consciousness of one's powers or reliance on one's circumstances. Basically, a belief that we have an impact over it or that we can do it. So now let's review confidence with money. Experts define financial confidence as a belief in one's money-related abilities. The confidence we have with our money and our life is critical and so often overlooked. When we lack it, there is often a lack of desire to succeed. And when it comes to money, it translates often to less success with our finances. One of the other issues I want to dive into before we dive into the 12 steps is problems of overconfidence. So, again, and this is just a generic statement, but it's what I've seen and it's what studies prove. And that's a lot of time men have more overconfidence, not so often women. Overconfidence can be a problem because what ends up happening is if you lack knowledge and you have overconfidence, it can be a disaster financially. And that's why you see so many millionaires have money and then lose money, have money, then lose money. Or you see multimillionaires who have created amazing business just go through their money like nothing because they think because I've been an expert at building this business, I'm an expert at money. And it's just disastrous. For some, overconfidence even comes from the information they're getting on social media. They're trying to look like somebody else or they're trying to act like someone else. They're thinking, oh, I know everything about cryptocurrency, so therefore I'm an expert. I'm going to start investing in it. You just got to be aware if you fall into that category because it can be a big problem. So let's look at the 12 steps to grow your financial confidence. The first one is you got to educate yourself. Financial literacy is critical, and you can read books, you can attend workshops, and you can take online courses. I'll link to free resources down in the show notes. themillionaireinsider.com/blog is a great place to get free resources, or themillionaireinsider.com/podcast. For our different online courses, you can go to themillionaireinsider.com/MMM to access our money mindset course or our money mindset mastermind or our academy. There's a lot of resources out there. Some people find online communities helpful, such as financial forums. So again, just be open to getting educated and be aware of it. The next one is to set clearly defined financial goals, short and long term. You want to really get clear on what you want to accomplish. That's the first step to achieving it. Oftentimes, if we have a major goal, the key is just to break it down into manageable steps. It makes it a lot easier, less overwhelming, and it makes it come to fruition. When you set your financial goals, I am or I active verb is the best format. The third step is to create a budget, and you want to just develop a realistic spending plan that includes your income and your expenses, your savings and investing goals. And then you want to make sure that every month you're sticking with that budget. And remember to celebrate successes. Start out with a 70%. If you get a 70% of your goal, celebrate. Then move it to 75. Ultimately, you want to be at around 85. An example could be if you hit your number, then you get to take Friday afternoon off, go golf or get a massage, something along those lines. If you can't get Friday off, then do it Saturday. Fund your emergency reserve. Oh, my friends, it's so important that you have a stash of money for emergencies. That's your financial safety net, and it increases our money confidence and it reduces our financial stress. Experts recommend between 3 and 6 months living expenses. Now, I personally like more, and right now I have a lot more because we're building a home and we don't do debt. So it's just a whole different ball game, but you want to make sure you have enough cash. Reduce debt. If you have debt, develop a plan to either reduce or eliminate it and start with those high interest bearing credit cards. Ooh, if you need to, get a part-time job to pay off your debt faster. Number 6, invest wisely. If you don't know how to invest wisely, hire a financial advisor who does. You want to make sure that they help you to align your investments with your goals and risk tolerance. It's important that you start considering streams of guaranteed income. Having enough money to cover your expenses going to dramatically increase your confidence, right? When you have enough money and you don't have to work, I'm telling you, my friends, trust me, it is unbelievable. It's the biggest high you could ever have because you don't have the same concerns. And just remember, wherever you're investing your money, make sure the risk is appropriate based on your risk tolerance. 7, review your finances regularly. Make it a habit. Each year, you need to be doing a balance sheet, and ideally, each month, you do a profit and loss. That's just your budget. What came in, what went out. Number 8, negotiate and save. I encourage you to go and negotiate your bills and expenses. It's amazing what happens when you ask for a discount. I have one episode about saving money where literally I went to the painter that I liked the most and I said, would you take any money off this quote? And I thought 10%. He ended up cutting it in half. And I was like, wow, where do I sign up? It's amazing what happens when you simply ask a person to reduce their bill, if it's appropriate. And then when they do a good job, he did a great job. So I end up giving him 10% more. That's the power. Number 9, consider hiring a financial advisor. Really consider hiring an entire advisory team, which would include a CPA and an attorney. You may not need that now, but as you grow, you may. The right financial advisor is going to have the confidence and know-how that you may lack. You want to confirm that they have a fiduciary duty, meaning they have to act in your best interest. I think that is absolutely critical. 10, celebrate your milestones. When you achieve a financial goal, no matter how small, celebrate it. This reinforces that you've got what it takes, and it can boost your confidence and motivation. Number 11, continue to learn and grow. Growing and learning can really add to our confidence and our knowledge and teaching us how to handle tough situations. We can do hard things. One of my favorite quotes is, we can do hard things, we can do easy things, we can do anything we want to, but take the time to get the knowledge you need. And then find a financial partner. Enrolling a peer or friend with a common set of financial goals can help boost your confidence more than almost anything. You can then support each other to stay on track. And then if you get off track, you can help each other get back on track. So important. So in conclusion of financial confidence and securing a financial future, financial confidence is an integral part to navigating your affairs. It is absolutely essential to securing a bright financial future and retirement you love. So make it a priority. Get the education, get the knowledge, create the spending plan, find an accountability partner, create your plan, hire an advisor. All of those things are going to help you. So there you have it. If you love the content of this podcast, please follow and subscribe to our channel so you get notified of episodes, and also give us a 5-star review and share a comment. We really appreciate it. Congratulations on taking another step to create a financially free life you love. If you're not sure about your financial future or that it's in order, or you are ready to stop worrying about money, or possibly the fear of becoming a bag lady, ending up broke in retirement, or you simply are ready to know your financial house is in order so that you can have a bright financial future, please go to themillionaireinsider.com/NSF. And that doesn't stand for non-sufficient funds. It stands for Next Step Finance. It's the next best step of what you need to do so you can avoid an NSF notice in your future. Again, themillionaireinsider.com/NSF. The number of women who were not broke or poor while working or married is staggering. The entire mission of the Wealth Inside and Out podcast is to ensure you have the information for you, your family, your friends, anyone who's willing to listen to it and apply it so that you can create a financially free life you love. Again, themillionaireinsider.com/NSF. Until our next episode, take one action that will help you create a financially free life you love. So I want to thank you so much for joining me for Financial Confidence and a Secure Financial Future. If you even start with a fraction of these 12 insights, you can't help but improve your confidence and your financial success. This is Annette Ba'u, host of the Wealth Inside and Out podcast. All international copyrights are reserved. Bye for now.